Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. Jack, how's it been?
Good. Been tired.
That's
Watching
fair.
that
I filmed
stuff.
two things today. One in which I was an actor. One in which I directed. It was fun. A
Good.
lot though, because we had to. Each one had to be like shorter. Like the one I was in this morning, we kept it to only an hour long, and then the one I directed, it was 2 hours. But I felt bad, and I gave a little bit of money to the people that I had acting for me because I took them away from whatever they were doing for 2 hours, and then I made them both be really embarrassed in the gym for a little bit. So I felt bad.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, it happens. All for the sake of a good film, you know?
How many views did this get? Oh my
What are
god.
you talking about?
I
Stop
have the
rambling.
I have a scene pulled up from Full Metal Jacket that's like has an absurd amount of views. For the
Speaking
con.
of, that's the movie that we are doing today,
Yeah,
Full
did
Metal
we say that last
Jacket.
time?
We
Okay.
said it last time, yeah. Stanley
That's
Kubrick. The reason why we picked it was because I have a project, and part of that project is to watch a Stanley Kubrick film.
This
So
is one of his best things, so
I agree. I like
say
this
as
one a
if I've
lot.
watched
This was
all
my
of his
first time
stuff.
ever watching it.
What else does he have? What?
Yes.
For that.
What?
The Shining, yeah.
Everyone's
As
seen The Shining.
Clockwork Orange.
I actually
I've not
haven't.
seen The
I haven't
Shining.
seen A Clockwork Orange either.
I just recently watched Clockwork Orange because I think I could be wrong. It might be on Netflix. Might be on
I feel
Netflix.
like it might be on HBO Max.
It probably is on HBO Max. I think I saw it on there.
That
I've
would
been
make
waiting
sense
to
to
watch
me.
A Space Odyssey.
I like that movie. I've seen that one.
I have not seen that one. I like it's one of those movies that's exactly what happened in The Sopranos, where I'm like, oh, this is such an obvious one. I'm gonna watch it eventually, and then it's like such a classic that I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna watch this at some point, so I might as well just watch this more niche stupid thing, and
Yeah,
then I
I know
never
what you
actually
mean.
watch it.
It usually comes up to like what I'm in the mood for, and I actually was really in the mood to watch a film of his style. So I'm really happy that we chose this one because it was really good.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket. Of the things that I've seen, I think it's better than Clockwork Orange, and I like watching it more than The Shining,
I like it. Good movie.
personally.
I
Yeah.
I there were two things I wrote down. One of them, I actually got really giddy whenever it happened, and I guarantee you won't be able to guess what it is. Do you want to try?
There are so many things that it could be. I don't even know how I would
There's
begin to
one moment
guess.
in the movie which I actually
Oh,
started
in the
giggling.
movie.
Yeah,
I actually don't know.
this is impossible. So
Do you know the episode that we're on right now?
what? No. Why are you worrying about other stuff? We're supposed to be talking about a movie right now.
We're on 87.
All right, cool. Thank you for ignoring me.
I was just like I was trying to think of
No,
it.
I mean
Like,
it's okay. I
honestly,
mean
could on.
I'm just trying to have a good
Saying it for
podcast here,
reason,
but
because
you know
none
what?
of us ever know
Clearly,
it.
clearly, only one of us like wants to have a good podcast,
Yeah,
and it is
it's
me.
me.
No,
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 it's definitely me.
because your attention is never here.
Yeah, well, my intention is never anywhere. So
That is actually true, but that isn't the best for a podcast where people need to talk to each other.
yeah, or much less sit down for 2 hours to watch a movie.
Yeah,
I've been like noticing every time we watch a movie, I'm like, man, this one's long. This one takes a long time. This one's really long. And it's definitely just because I have ADD and I have just other things I feel like I need to do.
that's fair.
That's why I have to have it on while I'm doing something else at work. Usually
Yeah,
watch plate or fold origami and then I'll watch the movie.
that makes sense. It's hard for me to sit through a movie unless I'm in the mood to see said movie.
Yeah.
A lot of the old cheesy Disney movies and the Hallmark movies that G makes me watch, sometimes they drag very much
Oh,
and like
a lot of them, I'd
yeah, I know,
say.
but
Yeah.
they're only like an hour and it feels like eternity.
Yep. Yep. Especially if it's one that you've seen like 30 times
Oh
as
my
a
god.
kid.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, we
Yeah.
are not watching a kids movie today.
Yes, we're watching a good movie, a very good movie. And the part that made me really giddy was whenever he said Suicide Squad.
All right, yeah, that's fair. I could have guessed that. I didn't remember who said that.
He said it, and I actually started
Who said
giggling,
it?
and then I wrote it down. So I don't remember. I just remember like hearing it and just literally just giggling and then writing it down.
Yeah.
Fun fact, that's actually the only note that I have in the entire for the entire film. The rest of it, I just was like looking at it and thinking to myself, "Oh, Jack's definitely going to talk about this or talk about
Yeah.
this," because this is one of your favorite movies, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I love this. This is an interesting part of my. There's only a few, like, obviously there's thousands of war movies, but in my mind, there's only like, you
A
know,
few good ones.
a few, or I don't know, a few just like Saving Private Ryan, Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, um, Apocalypse Now.
I actually have never seen Apocalypse Now, but I really want to, and I've never
Okay,
seen
Apocalypse
Platoon
Now
either.
is very good. Oh, the redo is on Netflix. I've
Yeah,
heard
I
it's
remember
very
you
good.
telling me about that on the podcast a
Yes.
couple months back.
Apocalypse Now is very good. It's a very long watch. Not even that it's I don't even know that it's that long. It's just slow.
Interesting.
Um
I'm okay with
I
that.
watched that because did you have to read Heart of Darkness?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Apocalypse Now is essentially Heart of Darkness.
Well,
It's
a
like
fun fact actually, I never read Heart of Darkness. I've turned in my brother's paper, but I'm
what?
already graduated, so if my teacher is
Yeah, you
hearing
can't
that,
do
then
shit
it's
now.
fine. Yeah.
Uh well I read half of Heart of Darkness and I was like, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. So my mom was like, well, if you watch Apocalypse Now, everybody likes this movie. We'll all sit down and watch it. It'll give you a better understanding because it's loosely Heart of Darkness.
Interesting.
And it's, I liked it much better than Heart of Darkness. It's a great movie. Anyway, that one's long and a commitment. So is Saved Private Ryan. That one's just long.
I've seen that one. Of the movies that you said, I have only seen that one before watching this.
Yeah. And then I would put this one's hard. This one's really hard
I
for
like
me
Hacksaw
because I
Ridge.
love Platoon. Incredible, incredible movie.
Hmm.
But I also really like Full Metal Jacket. So it's in the same kind
This
of
is probably my
area.
favorite war movie I've ever seen. This
That's
one held
reasonable.
this one held my attention a lot
Oh
more
yeah.
than like I loved the only my sorry if this is blasphemous, but I also just really like Andrew Garfield. But I thought I personally
Oh
liked Hacksaw
yes.
Ridge
No,
more
you're right.
than Saving Private Ryan, and I know that's blasphemy, but
What was
I
it called
also
again?
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge.
I
Yeah, there's
also saw.
Hacksaw Ridge and then there's Dunkirk. Those are like
Oh
new age.
yeah, yeah. I also saw Hacksaw Ridge before I saw Saving Private Ryan, so it might be something related to that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, good movies, both of them. This one immediately it has just a different vibe because usually I have like Dokkan running in like the side view so that I have like something to like every
Yeah,
once in a while
focus
take my
on.
distraction away. And the movie started and it just kind of kept going, and eventually I just kind of put my phone completely down and we started watching it, which is something
Yeah.
that very rarely happens whenever I'm not in
Yeah.
a theater. So that really talks to how good the film
Yeah.
is. I had a
Yeah,
blast with it. It was
it's
crazy.
a real good one. One of my favorite scenes of all time is in this movie where uh Private Pile
Hmm.
uh goes berserk.
Yeah, that one
Uh
was crazy. Dude, that's
yeah.
Kingpin. That's Kingpin. That's a young
Yeah, it
Kingpin.
is.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't know that, and then I saw him, and I was like, "What?
Wait a second.
He's
Yeah.
a good
He's been in
actor."
a lot of things.
Yeah, he's a good actor. But yeah, but that was him really, really young.
Yeah. That's why I always say one of my favorite quotable things that I say all the time that nobody ever understands is I don't even it's not even that applicable, but random like, if something bad happens, I'll be like, I am in a world of shit. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Like,
I
come
have
on,
a vague
guys.
memory of you saying that. So,
Yeah. I got it mostly from remember Super Mega? I used
oh,
to watch Super
I
Mega.
love Super Mega. I still listen to their podcast every once in a while.
Yeah. They have they did or Matt did a bit and said something about that. And I thought it was really funny.
That is funny,
So I
Jack.
stole that.
Nice. Um,
Yeah.
you
That's a
have
great
other quotes from this film, don't you? Because there was one moment in this movie where
do I?
someone said something, and I was like, "Oh, Jack says that."
Do I?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't remember
What
which
was
one it
it?
was. I'm sorry. I
God.
completely in my head at the moment. I was like, "Jack says this a lot. It'll just come up," and clearly it hasn't.
Full Metal Jacket quotes. Um,
I
yeah, the
liked
classic.
the
I must
it.
shoot straighter than my enemy who's trying to kill me.
Sure. I think it was something towards the end of the movie.
Um,
I'm gonna crack my back. Oh my god.
did I tell you? Oh, I have a story about this.
Tell me it.
I once
My roommates are
in
in the living room, so they might be loud. Apologize.
oh, you're
Apologies.
okay. I can't hear anything.
Okay, cool.
Um, in uh, the only other quote that I can think of is I used to all say all the time from a different movie from Full Metal, or not Full Metal Jacket, obviously. From the one Tarantino movie. God, what's it called? Pulp
I'm.
Fiction.
Oh,
I used to
okay.
say, I'm pretty fucking far from okay. I used to say that all the time.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was it. That was the one.
Um, but I watched this movie. I really wanted to watch this movie. I hadn't seen it before, and I had a potential girlfriend at the time. Oh well, we did go out after that. Surprisingly, after I tell the story. And she was like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" And I was like, "Sure." And I think I had my Xbox and in my basement, and I had a giant roll of CDs or DVDs, and I was like, "Oh, well, I have all these ones." And she was like, "Oh, we'll pick out something you like." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "I've always wanted to watch Full Metal Jacket. Do you want to watch that?" And she was like, "Sure." And I put it on, and I don't know if the listener has seen this movie. One of the first scenes, if not the first scene, is the drill sergeant guy, and particularly towards the beginning, he goes to a African American man and just starts spouting horrible racial
Yeah,
slurs, just
yeah.
like awful. Like it's just incredibly
It's a very
grotesque.
it's a
And
hard open. It definitely is.
yeah, and I remember like sitting down and watching this and be like, maybe we should watch something else. And she was like, yeah, probably.
Oh, that's funny. She probably wouldn't have liked the
Really
rest of
biff
the movie
that.
either, especially like
Yeah.
halfway point. This movie feels like two completely different movies
No, yeah, yeah.
that are
You're right.
like an hour long each, and it was really interesting the way that like you think one character is the main character and then he dies, and then if you think back, you can kind of tell that the main character is still the glasses guy, but his focus is just on uh, Kingpin. It's really interesting the way that was written. Very smart.
Yeah.
Great movie. I freaking loved it.
It's a great movie. Again, it's more approachable.
Like,
Is this the one with the yes. With this I get a lot of these
what?
confused with like Platoon and stuff. This is with the sniper scene, the
At
one
the
where he
end?
gets caught out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 Ball gets
Yeah, that
caught
one's
out in the
great.
open, and then the other guy goes in
I
and gets
also
shot.
have a lot of things from Full Metal Jacket on my like Pinterest board. I think
Interesting. That's cool.
it's a very aesthetic movie in a
I
very
have I have on my
disturbing kind of a way.
the only thing that I use Pinterest for is to look at dog pictures and videos and look at pretty environments.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody should look at my Pinterest because I'm very proud of my Pinterest.
I started
It's
doing that what's
Jack
it called?
Palmer three
That Be
rose.
Real thing.
You started doing Be Real?
Yeah, my cinema friends forced me into doing it.
Pretty good. I use it.
That's nice. Today, volleyball practice, someone broke their ankle, and
Oof.
I wanted to
You
walk
Be Real
away.
it.
Yeah, yeah. You
Evil.
I didn't mean to. I was panicking and I was like, I don't want to look at it. So I swiped down on my phone and I clicked on the first notification and it was Be Real and it was telling me I was late. So I had 2 minutes to just do something. So I took a picture of the floor and then took a picture of like my hair and I said a kid on the team just broke his ankle.
Nice. Well, at least you didn't take a picture of it.
Yeah, of course not. No, that's yeah, no.
This movie is very topical for you watching it because it's going to sound potentially very weird, but this is entirely from a fashion standpoint, and I want everybody to keep that in mind.
Mhm.
I've been recently obsessed with a bunch of different, very similar aesthetics where it's like a old or like vintage wartime aesthetic, which started because I bought some pants from Vietnam, and they're some of my favorite pants in the world.
Nice.
Like vintage war aesthetic, which is also very much so inspired by Full Metal Jacket. Uh, there's this Instagram account called Rubashka. I think it's Rubashka US or something. I love that Instagram account, and they have a lot of like military aesthetic kind of posts, but it's not like military. It's more, I don't know. It's a very niche, weird thing, but I really enjoy the look of some of the things they wear, and also, you remember Heat? Have you seen Heat?
Uh, explain more. Like, give
Heat
details of the
is
movie.
one of the more famous heist movies. Robert De Niro. Uh,
No, I haven't seen Heat.
oh God, what's his name? I don't think Joe Pesci was in it. Oh God, hold on. Who's all in Heat? Heat is a very long movie, and it's a very hard movie to get through sometimes. Please show me who's in this movie. Anyway, it's a very famous robbery movie. Al Pacino. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, directed by Michael Mann. Incredible movie. Very good movie. Very influential and famous movie. Uh, and their aesthetic, where they're like kind of in suits and stuff, and they have all the, they have the guns, and it's the suit with the military kind of like vest and all that. That aesthetic is very interesting to me, and I really like it's like workwear, but like hardcore workwear. Anyway,
You
it's
just
very
went on
topical that you
very
want to watch
long.
this movie because I've been very inspired by all this for a very long time, and I'm getting back into it now since
Hell
you made me watch this movie.
yeah, Jack. I'm really happy about that. We love to see it.
It's dope as fuck.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool aesthetic of
Pulp
this film.
Fiction,
Pulp Fiction.
gangsters, Sopranos, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, Jack's a gangster, and you could tell it
Yeah.
from the way he looks. You should go look at our Stephen McKinley Henderson interview, not
Oh,
only
there you go.
to
What a
see
sneaky little
how
plug you did there.
how strong and buff Jack is, but to
Yeah.
also listen to a
Gangsters
very
aren't
great
strong and
man.
buff.
What?
Gangsters are never strong and buff.
Emotionally, they're strong and buff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
You should watch
I didn't make a
Sopranos.
mistake. You did. Yeah, great movie though. I am very happy I picked it.
I don't
I
have like any complaints about this movie.
honestly not really. I mean, it could. I can understand how people would be offended by certain moments, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
also
it's a very problematic movie at points.
yeah, yeah. But I don't even. No, I'm just gonna leave it like
I
at
don't know,
that.
but at the same time, if you're arguing for that, you have to imagine if you're going into a movie about Vietnam, you can't really expect
Yeah,
everything to be terribly PC.
yeah. That's like what was going on at the time.
Yeah, it's just it was a
It's not good.
horrible time.
Yes, very bad time. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone wants to go backwards
I
in
mean,
time.
they went into the whole, I believe, all the war crime stuff. They did it more in Platoon. They talked about all the horrible things that went on, but
Yeah, not fun.
no.
They like edged the line of like whether or not things were good
Yeah, yeah, like what's really
during that one
morally
interview
correct.
sequence specifically. Like
And they really did go into the whole like at that period in time with all these people and like, the mind state that they're in. Vietnam was like just
it was shitty all around.
it was shitty and it was just a make believe place to them.
Yeah,
Like
it
they
was
just go
nothing.
there and they shoot their guns and they come home and the
Hmm.
government pays them. And they can just do whatever they want
And
because essentially Vietnam is not a real place to them.
yeah, and like you can tell that kind of in that helicopter scene. Remember when that
Yeah.
guy is like shooting? He's like, get some, get some. Yeah, it's like
Yes,
perfectly.
exactly.
Yes.
She's like in a video game.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind
Yeah.
of horrible. And
It's kind of horrible, but it's a very interesting way to look at things, which is like,
yeah,
obviously that happens now
that's
and
what
that
kept me
happens during
watching
all
was being like,
wars.
oh my god, wow.
Yeah.
But then
But
also
like if
thinking
you
like this happened and it makes sense.
yes, and it's like real
Yeah,
to a
it
certain degree.
feels very real.
Yeah. But if you watch this movie and then you go watch Saving Private Ryan or any like World War II movie, it's so vastly different
Hmm.
because it
Because
was
everyone is
in World War
upset
II, it
because
was like
life or
you're gonna
death.
die. Yeah.
Yes,
But in Vietnam,
is
some
crazy.
people didn't have that
Well,
attitude.
the reason why like they kind of covered this. Mash was a little different. I think it was based on the Vietnam War, but it took place during the Korean War. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. And they covered the idea that like for the Vietnam War, these people grew up like hearing stories about World War II and it kind of was like idolized in them.
Yes.
So whenever they had the opportunity to go to Vietnam, they were excited and they wanted to like do all that stuff that they were told about as kids.
Yeah. And the United States government did such a good
Job of
propaganda
selling
job
it,
of
yeah.
telling everybody that we're winning and everything's fine.
You know, another war movie that literally just came out last Friday that I actually really badly want to watch is the new adaptation of All Quiet on the Western Front, and they covered that same thing for World War One, World War Two. Which one was it? I forget.
It's World War One.
World War One, because Germany sold it as like, oh yeah, join the army, have some fun, kill some people, and then like these very enthusiastic boys that go into the war, they just realize what they got into. I am so excited to watch that.
Yeah, I really do want to watch that. I meant to watch that today.
It was a full German film.
Oh yeah,
like German director. Everything is in German, which is awesome because it's a German book.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I want to watch it very badly.
Great
Yes.
movie. Great movie.
Yes. Rating out of 10, do you feel?
Probably like a 9 or something. Something like that.
9. That's fair. I'd give it a 9 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You want to do a little break?
Kind of a shame that I'd talk more about this one, but than the last movie.
No, it makes sense because like here's the thing. I know when an episode's gonna be good and whenever it's not. It depends on how excited you are for the movie. And that's all it is.
For everything everywhere all at once.
I know that, but like the second I heard you talk, I was like, he liked it, but it didn't blow him away. This one I knew like when we first talked about it that it was going to be a good one because you got excited whenever I mentioned that I wanted to watch it.
Like it.
So I was like, yeah, he's going to be happy about this one. But, yeah.
Your
mood defines the podcast.
I feel like is talked to death at this point.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, this one probably was. It came out like 40 years ago.
Yeah, but I feel like people now who are listening to this are like,
dude,
I haven't seen that movie in centuries. Yep. B,
I haven't seen it at all. My roommate, he refuses to watch a movie that has come out anytime before like 2010.
Why?
I don't know. He says it's too old.
You should put him on the podcast.
That is a brilliant idea.
I'd love to pick his brain about that.
Yeah, I can't pick his brain either because one time we were all playing Wii in our living room, and he comes out and he goes, I think I realized I don't like playing video games, and I was like, what? You play Fortnite constantly, and he then elaborated more, which only made it worse. He said, there's just I can't justify wasting that time unless I'm doing something. And we were like, explain. He was like, in Fortnite, you're trying to win. And I was like, yes. And he was like, whenever you just play Nintendo games, you're doing it just for fun. Therefore, I can't justify doing it. And this is actually, you've actually met Chandler.
So weird.
He's adjusted his stance on that. So him listening right now, I know, because I know he's going to say something to me about it. I understand that your stance has changed and that just came out wrong. But that was such a mind fuck to all of us.
Yeah.
Whenever we heard that, we were like, I don't get it. Yeah, but he's the one that you met already, Jack, when we saw Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that won't watch a movie, like an old movie. We should. What's the best old movie?
God, we could do Citizen Kane.
No, I don't want to watch Citizen Kane. I watched like so much of that film in my aesthetics cinema class so many different times. I just don't care.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know. We can come up with something.
It doesn't have to be next week. It probably shouldn't be next week.
Yeah,
I don't really want
at
it
some
to be.
point.
Yeah, we'll come up with
fun.
it. That's a good idea, though. I really like it.
Oh, fuck, I didn't watch the new Chainsaw Man.
I am 2 episodes behind on Chainsaw Man and 1 episode behind on Bleach. I'm probably going to watch Bleach right after this. We spoiled the ending of our podcast! No! Do you want to take a break right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, see you in a second, Spotify.
Bye. I'm grabbing my charger from my phone.
Okay.
I'm still here. I had to lean away from the mic. I'm back. Hi, back. Nice to meet you.
Oh shoot! No, this is episode 87. Let me say. That's what I
I'm
think.
sorry, what? It's 87. That's pretty
I think
crazy
so.
that we've done 87 episodes.
Yeah. Are we
Imagine.
switching seasons at 100, or are we just staying season 1?
Oh, has it? Is there ability to change season?
Yeah, on Anchor, you can go
Yeah,
to
I guess we'll
season
go
2.
season 2 at 100. I don't know what that'll change. We'll be more consistent.
Nothing. Maybe more consistent.
Because we didn't come up with a. You know what? We didn't come up with a. Can you come back? I would like to say this to podcast.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
podcast. Like to say it to Spotify too.
And we're back.
Hello. What I was saying was that we didn't. I'm committing to something before Jack. Before I can tell Jack about it.
Right.
Because he's just gonna do it anyway. He has no choice. I am the owner of the business, and he does whatever I say. I didn't prepare another news segment. News segment, not the news segment. So I've decided that we're just gonna do a separate video. That we just do that
news?
for like 20 minutes.
For like news.
The menus.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that we're gonna do that review thing. Yeah, we're gonna do that for an entire like its own episode for like 20 minutes.
Okay. And that's just going to be the news, and then we're going to skip the news here and then just do the news segment.
Yeah, we'll start the review segment again next week. But since we skipped it for 2 episodes, we're gonna make a video on it.
I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
What do you mean review segment? That's
Okay, the segment in which we give like letterboxed reviews to each other and have a guest movie. I didn't do that this week.
Let's do the letterbox segment.
Okay, letterbox section thing. We didn't do it last week. We didn't do it this week. Therefore, me and Jack are going to make it up by making.
We didn't do it last week?
No, we didn't do it last week.
Huh.
So we're gonna start it again next week, and we're going to make a video of us doing it
separately.
What? Yeah, we're not gonna do it. It's not gonna be a part of this episode of the podcast. Me and you are just gonna meet up and do it for like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. If you're okay with that, I mean, you have to be because legally binding and you're mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice, but I was asking in case you wanted to like have at least some input.
Oh, fair enough.
How much news do I have? I don't think it's a lot. I filmed another thing today. It was really fun. I actually really like it. Some of the shots are really, really cool. I really hope I didn't miss anything. That would really upset me. Also, yesterday, I took a really freaking good picture of a leaf. You want to see it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I'm sending it to you. It has been sent. You have seen the cool leaf. All right, let's see. What other news do we have? James Gunn posted a picture of a squirrel. And then mentioned the DCEU. Damn, I got that.
Of course.
That's one of the only other things that I have. Other than Blade got shut down as of right now.
What? Why?
Because it's been going through development hell.
Oh, fair enough.
Mahershala Ali was getting like really pissed, but they just stopped production of it just to get everything sorted first, and then once the film like is properly developed, they're gonna come back. Mahershala Ali is still gonna be Blade, but yeah. I forgot to tell you, you should have come up with a piece of news because we need another one.
Yeah, I can find something on Screen Rant.
Okay, find it now. Go, 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 go. I'm worried that my film is going to not be long enough. I really hope it is. It would be a shame if it isn't. I think it will be, though. Oh, dude, I'm so freaking tired. I wish there's more time.
Oh, yeah. Henry.
Oh, Superman! Oh my God! I knew that. I know that one. I
wasn't even gonna say that one.
No, I know. He quit being the Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Superman, and Liam Hemsworth is going to be Witcher in season 4.
Yeah.
God, I knew that. I'm a bad pot. I got kicked out of the guild. I'm sorry, Logan Paul. God.
I forgot about that. Kenzie told me about that.
What?
Yeah.
She listens to the podcast?
Laughing because I just threw a note at her because she's at the apartment right now. I threw a note at her and it just said stinky. Get fucked.
You're a great boyfriend. Yeah, it makes sense. I saw your cosplay over the weekend. It was cool. I liked it.
Oh yeah, my Batman cosplay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my people actually noticed me as Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It made me really happy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. Good
Oh,
times,
the Witcher fans petition Netflix to bring back Henry Cavill.
dude.
No
I don't.
comment.
It's not Netflix. It's Henry Cavill because he
Yeah.
now is focusing his time towards playing two different superheroes.
Oh, what? There's going to be another troll movie? Troll trailer reveals Netflix's terrifying Scandinavian horror movie.
What?
I
What
don't know
like Trolls as the
what
little
that is.
doll movies that are really bad?
Okay, the image is people climbing on the side of a mountain, and the mountain has a giant nose and eye.
Oh, all right.
So it must be a different kind of troll than you and I know.
I'm only thinking of the little toys.
And superpowers you didn't know Deadpool had. Tell me
What?
these superpowers.
That is
Immortality, obviously.
confusing to me.
Holographic device. Okay.
That's not a. That's not.
Super resistant to hangovers.
That's not a power.
Nice. Super strength.
Having a device is not. It's not a
Agility.
power.
Super healing. What the fuck?
But that's the same thing. What are you reading? Why are you
Super
reading it?
pouch. Knowledge of different languages. Wow.
That's,
if you're bilingual.
You have
You've
a
got a
superpower.
superpower.
Yeah.
Teleportation device. Resistant to telepathic attacks.
But no, that's not a power. He has a teleportation device. That's not a power.
Deadpool's weaknesses. Thanos.
What are you reading?
Kids.
What?
Cows, clowns, and other phobias.
Jack.
Wolverine.
Jack.
Yeah, obviously.
Jack.
Cure for cancer. Kittens. Mental instability. Gamma radiation. Damn, he has a lot of fucking weaknesses. The Muramasa blade, yeah, obviously. Alternate Deadpools. Interesting. That's all. Now we
Why?
know. I don't know. I just saw it. I thought it was interesting.
So you just started going, even though my pleads to tell you to stop were so depressing.
Well, I was interested.
It's okay. Yeah. My bad. I'm sorry.
Sandman season 2 finally renewed by Netflix.
Sandman season 2?
Right. Yeah.
That's cool.
don't
I
think
haven't finished the first one yet.
First one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was close.
I'm not close. I'm doing my best. It's not good enough. We knew that. I'm me. This next thing I filmed, it's gonna take a really long time for me to edit, which is kind of upsetting. It's gonna take a lot.
I did like tons of news. I'm calling it. All from Screen Rant, by the way.
You have tons of news?
No, I didn't. I did them all.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The powers of Deadpool?
Yes. And the troll one and Sandman and Henry Cavill.
Yeah, you did more than me. No, Henry Cavill is mine. I said it before you.
It's not true at all. But
no, you said his name. We have no idea.
Henry Cavill.
No, we have no idea.
Screamed.
We have no idea where that could have gone.
That's true. It's so true.
Exactly. Therefore, I said it first.
That is a good picture of a leaf.
I know, right? Really good picture of a leaf. Skylar, we were walking the volleyball yesterday, and he just goes, if we had an editor for the videos, I would send this leaf to that editor and have them put it in the video.
Alas.
What did you just send to me?
I don't know. I didn't send you anything.
I've never been more scared in my entire life, but that is completely fine. Where was I going with that? Where was I going? Oh yeah, Skylar we were walking to volleyball, and Skylar saw a leaf, and he just stood there and looked at it, and we were walking for a bit, and we noticed he just stopped, and we turned around, and Skylar goes, "This leaf is intact," and I was like, "What?" And he goes, "This leaf isn't ripped at all," and I come over, and I just bend down and take a picture of it with my phone, and it was a really good picture.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Now we have a really lame story behind a really beautiful picture. Now that's art.
Back.
You're back?
Yeah, there's a crack on my back.
That's cool. I did that on this podcast too. That's really cool. You want to get into the next segment, the thing that we do when we talk about movies that we watched this last week?
Sure. What were we watching?
Yeah, what we're watching. Yeah. You could go first if you want.
Okay. I watched a lot of The Sopranos. I'm on season 2, episode 10 now. Um, I put down Mr. Robot because I like The Sopranos more than that
That
right
makes
now.
sense. You always pick up
Um,
that show and then drop it immediately.
I do. Well, I mean, I watched. I think I got to season 2 of Mr. Robot.
That's hype.
And then I don't know. There just wasn't a lot. It felt like a lot was going on, but also nothing at the same time. It was just very weird, and I was getting kind of tired of the aesthetic
That's what I
of
felt
the
like with
movie.
Monster. That's why I dropped that
Yeah,
show.
yeah, and it was just kind of I don't know. Felt weird.
That's fair.
The
That's correct by me.
Sopranos though is like a pretty. It
It's
feels it's
fine
like
show.
perfect
0 out of 10.
pacing because it's like the same thing every time, but the plot still progresses incrementally every episode. Um, and there's so many characters.
I want to
And
watch Peaky Blinders.
I want to watch that too.
I've heard it's
That's
really
been on my
good.
list forever.
Something is
Uh,
crackling. That's
I
fun.
did
I hope it
that.
doesn't come through.
I I've been playing Overwatch
I've been playing
2.
so much Overwatch 2, man.
Yeah,
It's bad how much
yeah,
Overwatch 2 I've been playing.
it's good. I've been also playing Red Dead 2. I played a lot of that recently.
Literally no other games. That's the
Yeah,
only one.
I have so many other ones, but I just only have played that.
That's I
And
own a
then
lot that I really should be playing because I paid for those ones. But no, I'm playing the free one.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I actually downloaded Dune onto like all of my devices, and
Mhm.
I have my physical book, and I'm gonna eventually one of these days sit down and figure out where I'm at exactly
Mhm.
in Dune or where I left off, and then I'll pick it back up in those books and
I have
hopefully
my
finish
Dune
it soon.
book and I read it every once in a while, just whenever I get in the mood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Very good book
Um,
though. I like it. I'm happy you recommended it.
I feel like I've been watching other stuff.
I
HBO,
watched
Netflix.
a couple Halloween stuff. Like I watched Sleepy Hollow for the first time, the Tim Burton Johnny Depp
Yeah.
movie
Oh.
with the headless horseman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is just awesome, man.
Yeah.
They're like the it came out like at such an interesting time because all of the animation just I the entire time I was thinking to it like how the hell did they do that? Because like green screens didn't really did they use green screens for stuff back then? When did this
When?
movie get made? I was amazed at some of the work that was on that film. The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993. Did they have green screens in use for that film?
Uh, I don't know.
I would go ahead and
I
say
really couldn't
no,
tell you.
right?
I have no authority on this.
That's fair. And I used to hate stop motion, but like I violently respect it after doing some myself for classes. It is just so really cool. Even though this movie is an
Oh, it started
hour.
in the 1930s. Green screen.
Oh, never mind. I
So,
take my statement back. That's probably how they did some things. Still really technically impressive.
well, hold on.
Holding.
Yeah, it says they started to use it in the 30s, I think.
Alrighty. Never mind. I'm a liar and a fraud. Kicked out of the guild again. I'm sorry, Logan Paul. It
I
happens.
uh I also watched Black Swan again.
Oh, nice. Good on you, man.
Begrudgingly, because that movie makes me very uncomfortable, but
That's fair. I will never watch her. Yeah, her again willingly.
oh no, I like her.
That maybe makes me. I don't even know, man. I don't have words
Yeah,
for to say how weirded out I get sometimes when watching that film,
fair.
especially the beginning.
Very fair.
Definitely the beginning. I like the concept of it though.
Me too.
What else did I do? I haven't really watched anything except for like I'm trying to stay up to date with Bleach. I have to watch this last Monday's episode, and then I'm caught up. I'm liking that so far. I'm really liking it. Bleach is good stuff. You should watch Bleach.
Yeah, I probably will maybe at some point.
No, you definitely will.
Did I tell you? Did I say that I watched this movie called The Wailing?
No, but explain.
Oh, I watched that. I watched that a while ago. I must have forgot about it. It's a Korean movie, horror movie Very long, very good. I very much so enjoyed it. I
Interesting.
don't remember what I watched it on. I loved it though.
It's huge. We love to see it. I wish I had time to watch more stuff, man.
Yeah.
It really sucks, but it's okay. Life happens. Eventually, we'll get more time, and then we can watch all the things we ever want.
True.
Yes. No worries. This was a kind of short one again, and I apologize for that. Specifically, Chandler, because I know he listens to these at work, so he wants them as long as possible. But
Sucks.
I don't want to extend it because forcing stuff is going to be a lot more embarrassing.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week with an undisclosed movie. Oh no, I didn't do the thing. I have to do it. I need to get back in the Podcasters Guild, so I gotta have the closing thing. Jack, you have all your quarrels up.
Oh yeah, yes I do.
That's wonderful. We love to see it. Do you have? What do you want to do next week?
I didn't really have anything lined up.
Interesting. Wakanda Forever comes out soon.
Well, we could do All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. That'd be great.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you guys next week. Okay. Oh wait. If you have anything to say, go to our comment section. Go to our Instagram at Mediak Podcast. And also do my ARG that's on there. And talk to me on Twitter at MediakZach. But do the thing because that's fun. I like it. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah, bye.